Welcome back, beautiful souls, to our 14th episode of Spirituality with Kayun. Today, I want to talk about the purpose of our being and how to find our gifts. Last week, I shared with you how we shouldn't wait and need to start now if we want to move forward in life or on our journey. I received some feedback on not knowing where to start or even what to do, and I've noticed people do often question how to find meaning in life. Even for myself, though I love what I do, I'm constantly looking for ways to align myself more with my purpose so that I can better serve the world. I think we can agree that just living is not enough. We all want to find something to live for in life. In fact, I remember once hearing that what we live for and what we die for should be the same. It made me contemplate. From a yogic perspective, every individual is seen as an instrument of this universe, here to live out our purpose and become our greatest self. There's something called dharma, which translates as righteousness, merits, moral duties, appropriate behaviors, right of living, or virtues. Dharma, like many other Sanskrit terms such as karma, yoga, prana, shanti, om, or mantra, has made it into the English dictionary. And the implication of dharma is that there is a true way for each one of us to carry out our duties in order to serve both ourselves and the world. It is also very similar to the concept of selfless service, which we call seva or karma yoga, where we perform our duty without expecting any fruits of action, also known as results. The word dharma comes from the Sanskrit word dri, which means to hold, to maintain, or to preserve. It is described as laws that bring order to a universe that would otherwise be in confusion. This also includes ways of living that prevent the society, the family, or nature from moving into chaos. In the scripture, the Bhagavad Gita, Dharma is the essence of the teachings, and it is understood as the duty to uphold righteousness. Krishna, who is the teacher and the main character in the story, explains Dharma in a much deeper way as a means to attain personal and spiritual growth. Interestingly, last week I talked about Atha, which means now, being the first word in the Yoga Sutras. Today's episode is about Dharma, and coincidentally, it is the first word in the Bhagavad Gita. There are two kinds of Dharma. We can see one as the universal Dharma and the other as the individual Dharma. Universal Dharma is the same for everyone, and I will talk more about this next week. But it is our inner goal to become awakened, to live in peace with the present moment, and ultimately to realize the self. What I want to talk about today is the individual Dharma. And this can be seen as our life's purpose or our personal mission. It is our own duty. As long as we are in the society, we have to contribute and play our part. Traditionally, an individual's dharma is said to be predetermined. Depending on karma, a soul was born into a particular family or a group, either as a reward or a punishment for actions from previous lives. The path in life is already set by universal laws, and the only way to progress is to live within this path and work towards the destined purpose. For most of us today, however, we need to figure out the reason as to why we are here and what we are meant to accomplish on this earth. When we find our dharma, we need to put our effort and hard work into achieving it while letting go of the good and the bad outcomes. Again, our job is not to enjoy the fruits of action, but to just do the work. It is said that all beings must accept their dharma for harmony to exist in this world. For example, the dharma of a tree is to provide oxygen. The dharma of a bird is to fly. The dharma of a fish is to swim. The dharma of a river is to flow. The dharma of the sun is to spread light. We as human beings also have our own unique dharma, which is why we have different interests, beliefs, skills, personalities, likes, dislikes, etc. Some people have a natural inclination to become artists, writers, teachers, creators, or healers, while others may have more interests working in the field of finance, technology, science, or justice. According to the Bhagavad Gita, it is better to do our own dharma poorly than to do someone else's dharma perfectly. Moreover, while adhering to our own dharma, it's okay if we get distracted, get lost, or even fail. But it is not alright to get attached to some other dharma, to behave like others, or try to become what we are not meant to be. If a painter with his artistic mind starts a business, it is not as likely to flourish as his mind only revolves around art and painting. Similarly, if a businessman is forced to play the piano without having any interest or skill, then he would be unhappy and even become restless while making music. Therefore, all beings must follow their own nature and behave according to their personal dharma. In this way, we each make an appropriate contribution to life and support the entirety of this universe. The result of living our dharma is believed to be self-realization or enlightenment. When our life is aligned with our dharma, it brings us a sense of peace and joy. Now the question is, how do we know what our dharma is or find purpose in life? Well, for some people, dharma could be raising children or taking care of parents. For others, it could be offering selfless service at, say, a soup kitchen, serving the sick or the poor, or spreading more love and light. Some great souls believe their work is to fight for a specific cause, save the planet, or protect our country. The role we play at work or the goal to reach our highest potential could be our dharma. A spiritual aspirant's dharma would be to seek the truth. Dalai Lama, a great spiritual leader, believes our prime purpose in this life is to help others. Our dharma may also be the thing that gets us up every morning and what helps us stay inspired. If we can't discover our dharma, we can figure out our passion first. We need to find out what we love. We can ask ourselves questions like, what excites me? What do I love? What are my hobbies? What do I do during my free time? What lights me up? And this should be something we do with happiness and without any pressure because we simply love it. Next, we need to find out what we're good at. Where do my strengths lie? What are my hidden talents? What unique skills do I have that others might not? Sometimes our friends, family, or close ones can easily identify what we're good at more than we can for ourselves. Lastly, we can ask ourselves, how can I be of service? What does my community need? What would be the one thing that I would like to change? How can I make this world a better place? How can I serve the society or be a service of the greater good? We can reflect on these questions to get a better understanding of ourselves and our sense of purpose, or come closer to knowing our reason for being. Discovering our dharma and continuously working on it will bring us fulfillment. Remember, our individual purpose is a living and evolving thing. What my purpose was a few years ago does not resonate with me as much today. Unlike our universal dharma, our individual dharma can change, and it will, because we're always changing. One of my favorite quotes is by Pablo Picasso. He says, "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. In the end, it's not about how successful we are. It's not about how much we make. It's not about what we have. It's not even about how happy we are. What is most important, though, is that we have the compassion to make a difference in people's lives when we find our Dharma and honor our divine calling. Thank you all for listening. If you have any questions, sharing, or comments, I would love to hear your thoughts. Find me on Instagram, Kyun_. Have a great morning or evening wherever you are. The lights within me bows to the divine lights within you. Namaste, everyone.